Welcome back to Flashback Files, where we help students, recent grads, and young professionals reflect on how early experiences shape confidence, identity, and the way we think about the future. Today's guest is Keegan. Keegan is in grade 10, and his story is a great example of what quiet consistency, discipline, and team first leadership can look like at a young age. He's been playing rep basketball since the age of 9, spending multiple seasons competing among the top teams in the province of Ontario. This year, he was a part of a high school basketball team that made history, winning the Father Kennedy tournament for the first time ever, finishing the regular season 11-1, and heading into the playoffs with a chance to cap it all off with a championship. But basketball is only a part of the story. Keegan's also spent years playing rep baseball, including being the winning pitcher on a provincial championship team that earned trips to national competitions in Calgary and Vancouver. Along the way, he competed in flag representing his region at the Ontario Summer Games. What makes Keegan interesting isn't just the list of accomplishments, it's how he carries them. He's talented, thoughtful, and naturally reserved. He doesn't chase the spotlight, but he shows up prepared, committed, and focused on his team. In this conversation, we're going to talk about sport, school, pressure, and what it's like being a grade 10 student thinking about post secondary paths, identity, and the future without needing all the answers yet. Keegan, thanks for being here and thanks for joining me on Flashback Files.
Yeah, I'm glad to be here.
So, Keegan, when you think back to being a young kid, and I know you're 16 now, but when you think back to your early years, what do you think? What kind of kid were you?
I think I was like a good kid, especially in school. Definitely like sportsy, like definitely got out, played a lot of sports. I didn't really spend too much time inside. I mostly spent most of my time outside.
Okay, so very active.
Yeah.
Do you remember the first sport you really fell in love with?
Probably basketball because I started I don't know, maybe like 3, 4 years old. So that's probably the first sport, and then I obviously liked other sports over time.
Okay, great. Did you have an initial liking to basketball? Did you get a push from family or friends?
Yeah, probably a push from my dad.
Probably.
Yeah.
I should note to people listening, Keegan's my nephew. He's my brother Ryan's son, and Ryan has definitely a passion for basketball, and it seemed to have rubbed off on Keegan. So you started rep basketball at 9. What made you stick with it after the first year continually?
I don't know, like, I just playing and having good teammates and just having fun with the sport, just, like, everything about it, I just loved it, and just especially my teammates made it fun, and, like, just traveling and stuff was amazing.
That you raise a good point. So it's one thing to like the sport, but how much does having a good team and people that you get along with, how important is that?
I feel like it's very important to have, good teammates and good team, just to support you, pick you up, and stuff like that.
Yeah, it's kind of not really at the forefront. People tend to choose sports because they love it. And then you realize you have to play it with a bunch of people and you need to get along with these people. What did sports give you that other school activities didn't? Let's say if you think of the sports that you played, if you had art class or curriculars that were outside of sports, what do you think sports gave you outside of those activities?
I think it just gave me a bunch of friends, honestly. Like, most of my friends that I know are, like, I played basketball with either outside of school or, like, in school.
You have a bunch of friends that were created amongst the sports teams, and what you're
Yeah.
saying is if you were to show up to class, your network of friends would be probably significantly smaller if you were just to take away all the sports friends today.
Yeah. Like, obviously, I get along with, like, most people, but, like, my, like, really good friends, like, that I hang out with more are probably play, like, different types of sports because we can play sports together. It gives us more, like, stuff to do.
Right. And you have that big thing in common.
Yeah.
So your rep basketball teams have consistently been top 10 to 20 out of 175 teams. What do you think separates strong teams from average teams?
I think just having good team chemistry and, like, practicing a lot and, like, just working harder than other teams, like, practicing maybe like twice or three times a week plus games every weekend. Just keep practicing. Just it builds you more as a team, gets you better.
The chemistry part is a really cool observation, and I'm gonna maybe you've already answered this question, but what do you think it takes to stay competitive for that long? Is it some of the things that you just mentioned?
Yeah, like I feel like just playing sports like basically every day of my life, just you want to win like everything you do.
With your rep team, how consistent have those teammates been since you started playing rep? Have they been the same teammates or close to the same teammates over
Yeah.
since you've started?
So when I first started, I played up, like I played up a year. So those teammates stuck. I think I had moved back down in grade 7. So for I think like 5-ish years almost, I had played with like the same teammates. And then just since grade 7, I've been playing with a new team.
So, over the years, how has your role changed as you've gotten older?
It hasn't changed too much, mostly just like point guard and whatnot, and just like because I've grown a lot, but just not as much. So still not the tallest. So it's basically been the same, but not much really to change about it.
What have basketball practice taught you about discipline and preparation?
Honestly, basketball practice just gets you ready for games and game time scenarios. So just working on shooting, dribbling, finishing, and then just scrimmaging and just playing against your teammates will get you better for the game.
Great. And when you think about entering in a game and playing, how do you personally measure success? Is it stats, win, your overall effort, anything else?
I think it's the best thing. You always want to win. That's how your mindset should go into every game. Personal stats, obviously you want to get good stats, tell all these people and stuff, but the main thing is you want to win.
So more of a team success
Yeah,
focus rather than
like in my season, I would rather win the championship than lose and score 30 points.
great perspective. From so your high school team recently won the Father Kennedy tournament. Sounds like a pretty big deal being the first time in school's history. What did that feel like?
It was amazing. Like we obviously wanted to get first place in the regular season during the first half, but just getting this as another reward of winning all of our games was great. And to win it all, just it felt amazing.
Did you feel going into it that there was a good chance you could win, or was your team more positioned as an underdog?
I think we had a really good chance. There was definitely some good teams, especially the team that we versed in the final. We only ended up winning by like 5, and we were down most of that game. And just I don't know what happened, but we just got up, and then we just held that lead, and then we ended coming out on top.
Amazing. What stands out the most from that tournament run?
Probably just the winning, obviously, but, like, I think that tournament really built us, like, put us together more as a team. It really, like, even just our bench and every player was just playing and having fun, and just I think that tournament really, like, got us together because in the first 2 weeks of the season, we didn't get invited to any of the tournaments. So, like, last year we got invited to one, but this year we didn't get invited to any. Like, getting into, like, this big tournament and winning it, like, and, like, proving ourselves to the other tournament organizations was also big.
That's incredible, and again, it's probably speaks to team chemistry and culture. You all had accomplished this awesome feat. That's going to bode well for playoffs.
Yeah.
Amazing. How do you personally handle pressure in big games when it comes down to maybe the team being on your heel, like it just right behind you, or let's say it's within one and there's a few seconds left? How do you personally step up for pressure physically? Like how do you play, but also mentally? What's going on in your mind during those moments?
Mentally, I am not the best with pressure. Usually, like, fold and stuff, but usually I, like, just try to, like, breathe and just basically just, like, think of the best possible outcome that could happen.
So a little bit of envisioning the outcome, a positive outcome. That's a neat habit. I think Michael Jordan did that a lot before his games. So going 11-1 in the regular season is pretty impressive. What's been the mindset of the team this year in general? Like, how did you enter in the season? Did you guys see yourselves as being top contenders in the league, or were you underdogs that it's a bit of a surprise that your record is what it is?
Yeah, going into the season, we knew we were a good team, especially because we have some really good players that are coming up from grade 9, and plus our players returning that are grade 10. Like we knew we had a good team, and from the start, we knew we had a good shot, and we think and we do believe that we can win this championship this year. And we've honestly just our mindset going in is just dominate and win this game and get us closer to winning the championship.
Awesome. And from what I understand, I have sources, but you don't love the spotlight all that much. So how do you stay focused when attention increases on you? I can imagine you when you have the ball and everybody's watching you. How do you handle that?
I just try to do my best, even though like people are like always on, like looking at you, like whatever's happening. Just trying to do my best and do what's right for the possession or the game.
So you're thinking outside of yourself a bit and knowing that this is a bigger thing. It's not just about you, it's about the team. So you played rep baseball for years and had some huge moments early on. So what do you remember most about winning the provincial championship at
That was honestly a very good experience, like all around, like just winning the district championship to go to the provincial championship was already amazing. And on top of that, winning all those games plus the championship was just amazing. To go to Calgary from winning that game was honestly like one of the best feelings ever.
I can imagine you're representing an entire province
Yeah.
and you're going and competing and along the way I'm pretty sure you got to see a little bit of Calgary outside of playing and Vancouver, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah. It was very Banff was really like cool and it was beautiful out there.
Yeah. So even though those journeys ended earlier than you wanted, maybe not wanted to, because you made the choice. What did you take away from the experience? And maybe share with us why you decided to stop playing baseball despite the success that you were seeing.
Yeah, it was good, like the experience, but I feel like when as you get older, you have more stuff to do, and if you really think you're gonna make it with one sport, or if you really think you like want to make it somewhere, I feel like you have to. It's always good to play more than one sport growing up, but I feel like as you get older and you want to focus on like moving to the next level, you gotta focus on one sport and also just balancing work if you have a job or if you plus schoolwork plus if you play two sports that'd be like very hard to do, but I feel like if you focus on one sport and that sport can also get you so far, even though playing two sports is very good in like multiple sports, even though I love playing multiple sports, one sport will like get you further and like you have like more time to focus on that sport.
Yeah, just a precision focus. You mentioned your rep team was playing 2, 3 times a week, and I get it. There's only so much time in a day. And so with the early success of baseball and even some of the, let's say, the skills that you learn with baseball, do you notice some of them crossing over into helping you become a better basketball player?
Yeah, just like having quick reflexes, like be able to like catch the ball and do all this. Like baseball is like always like fast and stuff, like with the balls moving fast and stuff. So having those quick reflexes and stuff really helped with basketball and like speed and stuff.
I can see the quick reflexes for sure. I imagine inbounding the ball with having the arm that you did can help too.
Yeah.
Um, did that decision to leave baseball teach you anything about choosing where to invest your time and energy? You kind of answered it, but I just want to make sure that we unpack it a little bit.
Yeah, like investing most of your time in a sport that you like love and you think you can do like well in. I feel like leaving a sport that you also love is better for you because like you get to pursue a dream or like something that you think you can get like higher in than just two sports.
Right, right. Do you think playing multiple sports made you better mentally or physically or both?
I think it made me both like more mentally and physically. Physically, you know how to move in baseball, you know how to run all this stuff in football, you know how to like dribble in basketball, do all these different stuff. You have a bunch of each you have a d- you have a bunch of different things from each sport that can help you, and also mentally you just know that you can play all these sports and be like competitive in each of in
Well put. So when it comes to school and being where you are with school and balancing competitive sports, how do you balance the demanding sports schedule and you just came off exam season? How did you manage and balance all of that?
Well, since we have school basketball going on and rep basketball, we've only went down to one practice a week for rep basketball, which helps out because we have school practice every single day except for game days, and we have games 2 days a week. Well, not now because it's playoffs, but in regular season we did. So that helped, and also during exam season, most of the basketball stuff was on pause so we could study. So that really helped me get better for exams and get me more prepared for them. And then we'll come back, and once the season's over for high school, we'll go back to 2 practices a week.
And how did you do with exams?
I did okay. I got like 7.
Well done. Considering how busy you are, I mean, those are really good marks. What subjects come more naturally to you, and which ones are tougher?
Obviously, gym is probably the one that comes the most natural. Basically, every other one is tougher. Like just yeah, I'm not very good at any any other thing, but I'm not bad. Like I'm okay.
I think you're selling yourself short. I want you to rank this in terms of how you're stronger versus not as strong. So English, math, science.
English, math, science.
What's the order?
I'm gonna go like this year I had a hard marker for English, like a hard teacher. But if I had like a normal teacher for all those subjects, I'd have to go probably math, English, science.
Wow. I wasn't expecting that. That's good. Stick with it.
Yeah,
I'm projecting though. Math was not fun for me. I would have probably said English first, but yeah, good for
yeah.
you. So do you feel pressure right now? I know I was talking to you over Christmas about what do you want to do when you're older? Do you feel pressure to already know what you want to do for post secondary?
Not really. Like I feel like there's obviously you should start to get an idea once you enter high school, but I feel like you should really start thinking about it like in grade 11, maybe like late grade 11 is probably like the latest you should start thinking that stuff.
So at you just turned 16. Happy
Mhm.
birthday.
Yeah.
Congratulations. You're on your venture on your way to get your license. How do you define success right now?
I think like just doing good in school is probably the best thing you could do right now. So working towards getting a better job or better education.
Okay, good. And what advice would you give other students, they're your essentially your peers right now, who might feel behind or unsure around what they wanna do with themselves?
I say just keep thinking about it and just take it slow.
So much time, ahead of you too, like, lots of time. Okay, so when we do think about post-secondary and the future, if you were to think about life after high school, what crosses your mind first? Sports, school, or something else?
Probably like school or like trade school or something to like get into like a good job.
Okay, so you're thinking of venturing into the trades. Is there anyone in particular or waiting for that?
Probably like electrician work or something like that.
Okay. I don't think that will go out of demand anytime soon. It's not a terrible choice for sure. I want to take a pause for a second. I want to just jump into social media for a second. Okay, so you are a part of a generation that's grown up with social media. It's been part of your life since pretty much you've had a phone. I'm just curious to know how you handle social media posts when it comes to it could be I don't know, online bullying. It could be people posting things that, they got the latest pair of shoes or shorts or whatever that is, right? Where it's this lifestyle that you think people might be leading, but they're not. So there's two parts. That lifestyle thing where maybe there's some jealousy, maybe there's not, but also online bullying. Have you been privy to that? Have you ever come across it? Like, how do you handle those things, knowing that social media is in your face 24/7 if you let it?
Online bullying, like, I haven't experienced that other than, like, comments on, like, a post or something, but it wasn't like it's just, like, funny, like, joking around with, like, my friends or whatever. But wait, what was the other question?
In terms
Was
of
the other
lifestyle, like seeing people post experiences, like going on vacation or getting the latest and greatest fill in the blanks. How do you that?
Yeah, like, obviously, you wanna live, like, all these lifestyles, like, be, like, rich, do all this, but, like, honestly, I'm happy with what I have right now. Like, just all the stuff, like just, like, having all this stuff is just amazing.
Yeah, so you're looking inwards and I hear gratitude come out there. Like you're happy with what you got. Good. Do you feel excited, nervous, or neutral about post-secondary school?
Like, neutral, probably.
I'm not
Probably because,
surprised.
like, I'm, I don't I like high school's fun, but I also don't like it at the same time, cause like, all the work and stuff, but, like, my friends make it, like, more fun.
Yeah, and, post-secondary, I mean, you're still gonna have to work, but I think you nailed it. It's the people that are, around you that help make the experience a lot more positive.
Yeah.
What do you think what matters more, choosing the right path or staying open to learning?
I think staying open to learning to, like, see, like, what possible options you could choose, like, you might have a bunch of different options to choose from instead of just choosing one. Unless you know exactly what you wanna do and if it's totally gonna work out and you know everything about it, I say choose that, but if you're not 100% sure, be open to everything.
Well put. If basketball continues, how do you hope it fits into your future?
If it continues, probably just, like, I don't know, like, just definitely, like, teaching my kids, like, how to play it and, like, maybe coaching and doing stuff like that.
Have you ever thought about actually playing professionally or at the post-secondary level?
Yeah, I thought about it. It could. I would also love to do that too. It would be amazing to do that, but it's hard to do it when you're here, you know?
Mhm, mhm.
Yeah.
What do you hope people see in you beyond being an athlete?
But probably how how I help people and like kind to others.
Okay. So you're described as someone who's talented but doesn't seek attention. Why do you think that is?
Cause usually like if I do something, I won't like brag about it to in other spaces and stuff, you know? Like I'll tell people about it, but I won't like brag about it. Like just rub it in people's faces and be like rude about it.
So it sounds like you might be out of consideration to others. Okay. And how do you think you lead without being loud?
Just like the messages that I share with like my teammates, picking them up and just like showing them what to do and like what's right and what's wrong.
Okay. How do you think that impacts somebody like when you're showing them versus telling them all the time? Like, are you saying you show them through your own playing, or do you take them aside and actually run through
Yeah, like
play?
I will just tell them like if what they did wrong, I'll like maybe pull them aside like on like a timeout or something and just tell them to fix it and tell them what to do, what's right without like being rude about it, you know?
So you're courteous teammate. That's great. I know this is a sneak diss to your dad, but he wasn't always courteous as a teammate. I played with him before. Just a side note. Who do you look up to on it or off the court?
I don't know actually. Like just honestly anyone that's like doing good in life and like just probably like I don't even know. Like just people that are good and like not rude and just like people who have like my type of lifestyle.
Okay. Not even Steph Curry?
Yeah, probably Steph Curry. That's like yeah, that's probably for
I
like
bring him up because you've had his shoes.
yeah.
Sorry?
That's probably one of them on the court probably, yeah.
Okay, cool. What motivates you when no one's watching? So think about when you decide to practice something independently, when you decide to study when you weren't necessarily being told to study. Where does that come from?
Just because, like, I wanna do good in everything that I do, so in order to get good, you have to practice and, like, study and do all this stuff when, like, you're not well, not necessarily when you're not supposed to, just when, like, nobody's looking or nobody's watching, you need to get better on your own time.
Yes, that's the critical part for sure. Coaches aren't around 24/7.
Yeah.
How do you reset after a tough loss or a bad game?
Probably just, like, tell myself to, like, do better and, like, just knowing what I did bad and, like, just trying to improve that in the future for, like, practices or games.
That's amazing. That's all you really can do. Build on what might have gone wrong in the loss. Okay, Keegan, we're in lightning round. So what this means is I'm going to ask you a question and you gotta answer lightning quick with your
Right.
answer. You ready for it?
Yep.
Okay. Favorite Avenger.
Spider-Man.
Most clutch basketball moment so far.
Uh, oh god, I don't know.
You can pass. We have to go back to it.
Okay.
Pass.
Yeah, pass. Go back.
Early morning practice or late night game.
Late night game.
Root beer or any other drink.
Root beer.
Music before a game or silence.
Music.
One word teammates would use to describe you.
Playmaker.
One skill you want to improve this year on or off the court.
Getting stronger. Does that count?
Be more specific.
Like, just
Like physically?
pardon?
Physically stronger
Yeah,
or
physically stronger.
yeah, that counts.
Okay.
Okay. Dream place to play basketball someday.
Miami, Florida.
Nice spot. All right, just to close things off, you did a great job with that. Oh, sorry. Nope, we got to go back. Most clutch basketball moment so far.
Probably hitting a 3 to tie the game with, like, 20 seconds left against Cathedral this year.
Pretty clutch. All right, so this just to wrap things up before we let each other go. If you could send one message to your future self, what would it be?
Probably to just take things slow and just do what you want to do.
Okay. We'll listen back to this in 10 years and see if you held true to that.
Yeah.
What do you want people your age to know about pressure, expectations, or believing in themselves?
You should always believe in yourself no matter, like, what you do, and just stay true to yourself. Don't listen to others if they have, like, bad stuff to say about you, don't listen to them.
Great advice. So we covered it in the interview. I know you tend to shy away from the spotlight, but you did this. I know this is outside your comfort zone. So thanks for doing it. I think it was, even as your uncle, it's good to know a little bit more about you. And I know your peers that are listening right now probably got a few insights from you and got to know you a little bit better. So thanks for
Yeah.
your time, Keegan.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
As we wrap up this conversation with Keegan, a few themes really stood out. The first is quiet leadership. Keegan has had some incredible experiences already, playing competitive basketball for years, winning an historic tournament with his school, the first time in the school's history. And an update, Keegan touched on his high school team's basketball playoffs in our discussion. They ended up winning that as well, once again for the first time ever. Further, Keegan has competed nationally in baseball. But what stood out most in this conversation wasn't the accomplishments themselves, it was the way he approaches them. He doesn't look for the spotlight. He focuses on the team, supports his teammates, and lets his effort and preparation do the talking. Another theme is discipline and consistency. Whether it's practicing when no one's watching, balancing school with a demanding sports schedule, or reflecting after a tough loss, Keegan talked about the importance of putting in the work and always trying to improve. Those habits, showing up, practicing, learning, are the things that build confidence over time. We also heard something that I think a lot of students will appreciate. You don't have to have everything figured out yet. Keegan talks about staying open to learning, taking things slow, and exploring different paths, whether that's continuing in basketball, pursuing the trades, or discovering new opportunities along the way. And maybe the most important message he shared was simple: believe in yourself and stay true to who you are, even when there's pressure from others or noise around you. Keegan's story is a great reminder that leadership doesn't always have to be loud. Sometimes it looks like humility, effort, and the willingness to keep getting better every day. Keegan, thank you for joining me on Flashback Files and stepping outside of your comfort zone. I really appreciate you sharing your story and your perspective. And everyone listening, thanks for being here. We'll see you next time on Flashback Files, where we continue exploring how our early experiences shape confidence, identity, and the path ahead. Thanks again.